Welcome to The Breakthrough, where we talk with technology leaders about their successes, struggles, and everything in between. I'm Allison Dean, VP of Operations at Theorem, and today we are talking with Melanie Hildebrandt, who recently finished out a 15-year run at Sony Pictures Entertainment, most recently as the Senior Vice President of Corporate IT. So, hello, Melanie.
Hello, Allison. Good to be here.
Do you feel like there are benefits to being a woman in technology I feel as though many people would say entertainment can be very male dominated at the top. So benefits or disadvantages? What are your thoughts?
In many cases, women are not on the radar. So they're up and coming top executive material. They have amazing skills, both hard skills, soft skills, but they're just not on the radar of that promotion or trajectory path. So we need to make sure that they get on the radar, right? What my branding coach says, decisions about you are made in rooms you're not in. So you need to make sure that you're planting the seeds that, hey, if that position comes up, or I would like to be promoted, I'd like to be an executive leader, et cetera, that is being communicated, and that the right people, AKA hopefully your sponsors, know your story, know your brand, and then can bring your name up in those rooms when decisions are being made. Because otherwise, it's not malicious. You're just not on the radar and you're not visible. I think if we can really be a little more intentional about that, versus just thinking, oh, organically people just rise to the top and, it all works out. Because I think time and time again, we're seeing that it doesn't. And the women need that little extra support, that little extra help in moving forward and moving upward, right? So they don't feel disenfranchised and potentially thinking, well, this is a dead end job, I should just drop out. I'm being ignored, I'm invisible, all of those negative things, which we don't want to happen.
You mentioned your team that you had in India, and I imagine you had people in other places besides India, but in your experience, what is made for the most effective cross-functional teams?
To me, the most diverse teams are the most innovative and creative, just because you have so much different thought patterns happening. Everybody's coming from a different lens, and it's unbelievable. I mean, I've always been the type of person to run towards diversity, because when I was working in Paris, our teams were so diverse. One night, I vividly remember this, we were having dinner and everybody said their country of origin. We covered 25 countries. I mean, it was fantastic. And the stories, and then people talk about the food and the culture. And it's just it makes us feel so much more global and international, and kind of you learn so much from people. I feel like my tour of duty overseas has just matured me beyond a level that I could have ever dreamed of, in just opening my eyes to what else is out there in the world. And so I run towards having a very diverse and inclusive team.
I dig it. Is there anything that you want to leave us with?
Well, I think just the most important thing is, no matter whether it's in a project or initiative or in your professional, personal development, don't create barriers for yourself. There's so many people who decide that they never want to move anywhere. They never want to maybe rise the ranks. They're comfortable in their roles. And those are all self-inflicted ceilings and barriers that people create around them, which limits them. And that's all self-inflicted. It's not anything external. So I guess I would just invite people to try not to do that. Try to be more open. Try to break the barriers versus create barriers, and then see what happens. Because at the end of the day, what's the worst that could happen? Generally, it's not that bad. So I think if you continually think more about breaking barriers, breaking obstacles, keeping moving, right? You got to keep it moving. that is where true learning, growth, and real development comes from. And so I see so many people who box themselves in.
And on that note, thank you for tuning into The Breakthrough. Thank you to Melanie. Thank you to Theorem. Thank you for watching just a few of the highlights from this week's Breakthrough episode. To see the full podcast, click the link in the description below.